Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Devils United. Back again. It's been a while. We're talking about Manchester United women. I'll tell you something. Whilst I've been away, it's absolutely exploded it, right? So much to go through, so much little time. I could go with it all night, but yeah, thank you all for coming on. Great to see you as always. I've put the link in for the membership, so if you are interested in joining Devils United membership, you can do. Hey there, Reese. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Just as Reese said, hit the like, share, subscribe. Hey there, Rava. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. More scoots and an ice cream man. All the ins and outs of United women sure is. To be honest, there's a lot more outs than in right now. There has been a potential link today for Manchester United. I'm not gonna talk about this person today just because I haven't watched much of this person, so I think it's gonna be quite unfair to talk about it. Hey there, Luca. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Palhinha to West Ham, 90 million. He's not worth that. You need to look at it in this way, Luca is you need to look at it in this way is Palhinha signed a 5-year deal at Fulham. He's been Fulham's best player. I think he got Fulham's player of the year. And the thing is, especially knowing now he's on 4 years left of his deal, he is going to be worth that for Fulham. And I think this is the thing is, a lot of the values of the club tends to be what the worth of the player tends to be what the club values him at. So, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting much less, if you want me to be fair. Hey there, Twalumba. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Love the Portuguese shirt. Yes, repping Portugal. Back in Bruno, back in Palhinha, back in Nunes, back in Inacio. Just not back in a certain Portuguese striker, you see. Apparently Arsenal are in the third bid for Declan Rice. That isn't enough. Palhinha, 90 mil mad. Hey there, Julio. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. So I consider getting 2 women's shirts and they're both leaving. State of this. I must be honest, though, Julio, is the problem is with women's football is it's very rare you get someone who's really tied down to a club. They always seem to sign 2-year deals or 2 years with an option to extend. I actually never got a women's shirt before. I've only for England. Just because I have that thing in the back of my mind, like I'd be absolutely gutted, like because I love Boe Risa. I'd be gutted if I got my shirt she left. Honestly. Hey there, Paul. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Thank you as always for coming in. Hey there, American Copites. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Sporting Lisbon Factor. Did Russo already make her mind up to go Arsenal for a while? I personally think so. But you never know. I think that bid back in January it did twist her mind. So I think she probably thought back then she wanted to go. The thing is they would have made the excuse of no Champions League. Now we got Champions League. They want to make some more excuses. So, you covering for Women's World Cup. I'm going to try and do as many as I can, just because it is on quite late and quite early. But I'll try and do as much watch logs as I can. So we'll go on to the most obvious ones about players who are leaving. Andrew's in the chat. Hey there, Andrew. Thanks for coming in. Gutted my girl. My side piece. We'll talk about the first player here. We'll talk about Honor. So Honor's gone on a free to Barcelona. I thought I'd talk about Honor first because this one was the most recent one. So I thought I'd get up first of all the club statement. What Manchester United said about Honor leaving. Manchester United can confirm Ona Badje will move to FC Barcelona on her completion of her contract on the contract end at the end of June. After joining Man United in the summer of 2020, the Spain international fullback made 77 appearances as a Red, scoring 3 goals. Badje was the key part of this season's historical campaign, which saw Manchester United women qualify for the Champions League for the first ever time, reached the FA Cup final, and finished in the club's ever highest WSL points. On international stage, Ona represented her country last year in the Euros, exiting the tournament at the hands of the Lionesses at the quarter-final stage. Everyone at football thanks Ona for her fine service and wishes her luck in the next stage of her career. Here's the thing is, first of all, I'm looking at this statement and I'm looking at this bit. What was the need to mention exiting the tournament at the hands of the Lionesses at the quarterfinal stage? That doesn't matter. Just mentioning the fact that Honor exited against the Lionesses, there's genuinely, for me, no reason to mention that, because Honor was just more than a Spain player who exited in the quarterfinals against England. You need to look at it as Honor was our best player by a country mile. She was robbed of the Player of the Year by Manchester United. And you look at a fullback, 15 assists in all competitions for a fullback is absolutely magnificent. We always knew with Honor is that she wanted to go Barcelona one day. We already knew that. But then we've been reading reports for weeks. I read a report about 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3, like a couple of days after the WSL finished, which was Ona Badje has completed her medicals at Barcelona. And that's when you think, crap, like, she's gone. It is what it is kind of thing. And I think knowing at the fact that we was kind of hoping, because we got to the Champions League, that we'd probably keep the players. So we was kind of hoping we'd at least keep Honor for 1 more, maybe 2 more seasons, because you're looking at Barcelona. They've got Lucy Bronze at the moment at Barcelona, so that's going to cause a fantastic competition there for Honor and Lucy, unless Honor was to move into the left back role. And play as left back. Lucy Bronze plays at right back, because they're, for me, 2 of the best fullbacks in the world. I know Lucy Bronze is aging, but they are fantastic, fantastic fullbacks. And we've been reading reports. She hasn't yet signed a contract because she wants to wait for Manchester United. And then it's us thinking, right, we need to do it. We need to sign that contract now for Honor. I know he's done this, I know he's done that. I know this has happened, but we need to do everything we can. And it's ridiculous, because you're looking at this statement here. Statement here from The Athletic, which was, Ona Badje updates as per The Athletic. Joins Barcelona on a 3-year deal. Fantastic. That's how long she was at Manchester United for. United's offer was more ludicrous, whatever that's meant to mean, than Barcelona. So I'm presuming it was probably more, how could I say, money-wise. However, it was made too late. Official announcement was it's going to be soon. And I think it got probably announced within 15 minutes of that. And you're looking at that as, people say she's left for money. If she's left, for me, in my opinion, if Honor went and left for money, which I always knew Honor was going to leave Manchester United. If she was, for me personally, if she was going to leave for money, I think she would have probably left a while ago, personally, in my opinion. Especially knowing that you can see it, Manchester United's offer was a lot more, like you can see on the money backside, that it's like a lot more appealing compared to what's going on. So I just think for me, Manchester United has really messed this up because we know that she wanted to. We always knew she was waiting. She was waiting for Manchester United. I think we always knew she wanted to go, but she was waiting. And I just think the way Manchester United has gone about with this contract is absolutely disgusting. Because you're looking at other reports where Toon extended a contract till 2026. Russo was offered a 6-year deal, and she was offered the highest paid at Manchester United. You're looking at who else is there? You're looking at the likes of Katie Zellum. She's got offered a new deal last year. I just think for myself, I genuinely don't know what the hell is with this Manchester. What is with the Manchester United board? Because it's not just the fact of the current Glazers ownership situation. It's a lot more than that. You look at that Polly Bancroft. She's useless. She is absolutely useless. We're all saying, "Oh, we wish we got ahead of the recruitment for Manchester United. We need this. We need this. It's going to be a lot better. Matt Skinner's going to have a handoff." What is the point in that? Because all Matt Skinner cares about is signing ex-Birmingham players or Lionesses players, or he wants to sign WSL players. I don't think he looks at other leagues outside of the WSL. He's only looking, like, you look at who's like today. Gemma Evans from Reading. 3 out of 5 seasons she's been relegated. You're looking at the likes of you're going to like we're linked to Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze is not going to be a patch on Honor in the next 2 to 3 years, because one day Honor's going to be Honor for me is going to probably be in contention of Ballon d'Or one day. That's how fantastic I think she really is. Russo didn't give a toss, but losing Honor, then Tounkara, then potentially Boe Risa kills me. Vincent, hey there, Vincent. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. What a joke. We've sold Iqbal for 1 million. What's going on with our club? We paid 3 million for a horse for 6 months. It's just how stupid Manchester United is. What do you think of Timber? I like Timber, don't get me wrong, but just have to see if he actually does go to Arsenal. If you remember, Luca, Martinez was close to joining Arsenal last year. Honor got homesick. I think she didn't get homesick, rather. She genuinely wanted to sign, but she wasn't offered a good enough amount of money until she actually signed a contract at Barcelona. That's how fickle and delayed our Manchester United board is. I was going to get Russo last year, then left it for some reason and thought I'd leave it till this summer. But do women's contracts and transfers tend to see a turnover every 2 to 3 years? Yeah, it does tend to happen every 2 to 3 years. This year, we've got 12 players up for contract. So many of them have got an option to extend. They get that option to extend. Then we've got about 15 players up for contract because Leah Golan's up for contract and a few others are as well. So it's just the same repetitive circle year in, year out because of the contracts being so little. But you're looking at the likes of Chelsea and Arsenal, who are much more serious. You're looking at Katie McCabe, who's been there a long time, Leah Williamson, Sam Kerr, Frank Kerr. They tie down their best players in longer term contracts. They offer them at a much better value, which Manchester United doesn't, considering they're the team that makes the most profit in the WSL. All other clubs have not made any profit, but Manchester United have. Where's it going to? That's a question. Iqbal for 579k is embarrassing. Yep, we have sold Iqbal. What a week, I know. We always knew Honor would leave and it would only be Barca, but it's not that as a surprise. Yeah, I always knew if Honor was going to go, it was going to be Barcelona. But I personally don't think she wanted to go right at that moment in time. I think she did want to do another year or two, especially with Lucy Bronze there. But to be honest, I'm more accepting that she's gone to Barcelona, because if she went to another club that was a Barcelona, I would have been fuming. I'd go, why the hell have we not signed this, tied her down? Why the hell has she gone to Chelsea? Why has she gone to Arsenal? Why has she gone to Man City? Why has she gone to this club instead of Barcelona if that's where she wants to go? So I would have been fuming if she went to a different club that wasn't Barcelona. Vincent, if you ask me, I think Russo betrayed us because she could have sorted it all out earlier. And when I hear her name being called when she plays against us, I boo her. Why didn't Man United accept the bid and let her go on a free? That's exactly what I thought as well, to be honest. And I think what Manchester United was probably thinking of, we'll wait for the Champions League money to come in and then we'll offer the contracts. And the thing is Russo has spoken to 6 to 8 different representations in the last 8 months at Manchester United and still not tied a contract down. And it got to the point where Manchester United give the same contract offer as Arsenal as the highest paid player in the WSL, but she decides to go anyway. I think we should have just took the money personally. Thoughts on Russo going? Do you think she will be good? To be honest, I personally think for me that I'm fuming Russo went to Arsenal personally, just because it's another rival. We've sold our players to rivals. Like you look at Lauren James gone to Chelsea, but I'm not angry at Lauren James going to Chelsea because she wants to be with her brother. Alex Greenwood going to City in the end, that annoyed me. I just think for me is I was annoyed she's gone to a rival club. That's what personally has annoyed me. She hasn't scored more than 10 goals for us in a season. So we do need a prolific goal scorer if she was to stay or if she was to go. But will she be good for Arsenal? Potentially. Will she be a starting 11 player? Potentially. It's depending when all your injured players come back. Amida, Beth Mead, because they're going to be players who'll be fighting for Russo in that starting 11 lineup, as well as Caitlin Ford, as well as Blastinius and Hurtig. So there'll be plenty of players there who will be competing for Russo's role. Is Timber any good? I like Timber anyway. What a waste. Exactly. Hey there, Sean. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. No buyback clause either, just a sell on. Apparently spotted at airport. It hurts because she was a key player and one of our best players. It's sad to see her leave. Hope she comes back when she's 30. You know what? I would always take her back. I would literally take her back any day of the week. Honestly, I would. What is the crack? What is the crack? I love that. Honor should not leave club. She's already left, unfortunately, Luca. United are a joke. You can say that again. Timber clash, United fans, sorry. Well, you'll just have to see. Honor my second favourite women player behind Queen Lauren. Ooh, good shout. Question: what was keeping Honor at Man United? Stability. She called Manchester a home. She was still playing Champions League football, still being a starting 11 player. She had friends here with Boe Risa, Lucia Garcia. She even said that Manchester was her second home, and in the statement she said that she felt like a part of her was going. So there was still plenty of perks why she was staying at Manchester United, but Manchester United did not want to. They didn't extend the contract as well. They should have done. Hey there, Steve. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Just looking, Letizia ain't going anywhere. Bill to Italy is mad. To be honest, though, Letizia now's only got 2 years left, so we could be still in the same position in 2 years' time. Russo gonna score goals. Let's get Ella Toon. To be honest, though, Luca, Ella Toon's with us till 2026. So unless you pay a big fee, you're not going through. We are going backwards. Exactly. We're not the way we're going. We're not gonna get into the groups of the Champions League. We're not gonna get in the groups. We're not gonna get into top three. I know that just sounds mad and ludicrous, but that's what I personally think. It's being reported she was offered a ludicrous deal after generated funds for qualifying for Champions League. There you go. We had to wait for the Champions League to offer her a decent deal. I think that really speaks for itself, especially when we're the team that's generated the most profits in the WSL. We're one of the only teams that's had a positive income coming in, because every other team in the WSL, including Arsenal, including Chelsea, have lost money. Russo scoring for goals, but the club offered her a contract. Her contract was waited to be signed. She weren't happy with it for some reason. We offered a bigger value contract, but it's too late. But Honor and Russo goodbye statements were interesting. I agreed with that. I personally didn't really like Russo's, but I'm going to show you a difference here of what Manchester, like, people was talking about this today. So here it was. Here's what Manchester United said about Honor. Everyone at the football club thanks Honor for her fine service and wishes her good luck in the next stage of her career. And then about Russo, everyone at the football club would like to thank Alicia for her service and her good luck for the future. To me, it sounds like there's a little bit of anger and bitterness from the admin of Manchester United. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but Honor genuine, Russo nah, Russo class, skin out. Hey there, Ian. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. If Honor left for money, she'd be at Bayern or Leon. Honor was not well paid at United. We deserve to lose it. Spot on, Andrew. Literally, Honor was one of the lowest paid players at Manchester United, and even when we offered her a deal before we secured Champions League, she was still one of the lowest paid players at Manchester United. It just shows how much the club does not value her and how disgusting it is. How they could treat a player who has won Player of the Season, she's been back-to-back consistent. I can probably only name 2 games off the top of my head when she's not played well. When she's not played well, the team's not played well. She has always stood out. Always stood out. And you know what? You're spot on there. Manchester United did deserve to lose her, to be honest. Honor is from Spain and wants to prove herself at Barcelona, the club she truly wants to be at. We're bad at negotiating contracts, it's clear, with both men and women. The thing is, though, to our lumber is, when a male player does well at Manchester United, Lisandro Martinez, he's already got an improved contract. Bruno Fernandes, after his first season, improved contract. You're looking at Rashford, he's gone to 375k a week. And that's apparently breaking the salary cap, what Ten Hag wants to do. But when you see consistent women players where Honor, you don't extend the contract in the first season, you won't extend the contract. You should be now extending Letitia's contract, tie her down a lot longer. You should be doing the same, looking at Leah Galton next year, extend her contract. I just think Manchester United is just slow, very, very slow. The fact United offer big money at the very last minute shows they didn't care. Can we sack Skinner too because he's useless? Our dog Razor Poo had 11 teeth. Oh, bless him. Sorry to hear that, Ian. United effing idiots. 305k for Rashford. Couldn't afford 5k a week for Honor. Exactly. I can't believe we are shopping at Red. Oh, crikey. Crikey. Hey there, hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. She always said she wanted to come back to Barca one day, but not so soon. Something happened there. I agreed, and that, I think, for me, is Manchester United just didn't offer her what she really, really deserved, and that's my personal opinion. Anyway, I think from what I've read, she wanted to stay. Honor was going to win everything seriously. I don't think some of them players like the direction of United and Skinner going in. If I speak about Skinner in a bad term, it's not going to be pretty. Russo won an award for a previous season. Didn't see anything outstanding from her. Exactly. Do you know what? Right. I've actually got a take here, and I don't know what people think about this. I genuinely think the Player of the Season award for Russo winning it was rigged because they knew automatically she was going to Arsenal, and she was in talks with Arsenal. So I personally think that they was giving her that player of the season as one last final attempt to try and keep her at the club. To say, oh, look, you do want to stay, kind of thing. She was talking with Barca since January. Yep, and she also and she also had a medicals at the end of the season. However, thanks for coming in, by the way. However, she didn't sign the papers until very recently, so I think she was waiting on Manchester United. Are you skinning out, Maisy? Well, it's hard to say right now, to be honest. Toon and Russo crap this shit, spot on. Hey there, Jordan. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. The only outstanding thing Russo did was score against Arsenal. She didn't show up in the cup final. Toon needs to be sold. Hey there, I like coffee. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. It's I like coffee's birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear I like coffee. Happy birthday to you. Rather, if the players are feeling the direction of the club the manager is going, they're gonna leave. Yeah. Hey there, Static. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Skinner is a pushover. He is as rotten as the board. Hey there, Aaron. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. The whole club is a mess from top to bottom. Yeah, disgusting, and it's horrible. Russo betrayed Man United just like Greenwood. You know what? I actually find it worse than Greenwood. The only reason why I find it worse than Greenwood, for me, in my opinion, is because Russo was supposed to be a Manchester United fan who cared and loved for the club. I think Agent, which is a brother, was an absolute disgrace of the way he treated Manchester United in the end. The fact that he was liking links to Russo to Arsenal, I think is extremely unprofessional. At least with Greenwood, we knew she wasn't a Manchester United fan. She went to Lyon first, then to Man City. I don't like how Greenwood done things, but as much as I don't like Russo for what she's done, I mean Greenwood for what she's done, I actually felt like Russo betrayed us more. Okay, I'll go into the player on Thursday when I do my transfer show. Can't wait for Maya to shove her when we play. Did you do a watch along? I've got a watch along next Saturday, sorry, for England versus Portugal. Hey there, Jamie. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. Heard we might get Robinson. I'm excited. I'm not too sure. I'm at 50-50 at the moment with her. There's goal to Maya, Boe Risa, Leon. What do you think, Maisy? Stay or go? Hard to stay right now, Reese, to be honest. Really hard to say. That speech she made on the IG was fake. Plastic fan crocodile tears. What do you think about Mark? We are in the Champions League, but I don't know about Skinner. Personally, for me, in my opinion, if we are going the way we are going, I don't think we'll get Champions League group stages. We're not going to get into the top three. And in my personal opinion, if that's the case, he should be getting sacked right here, right now. I don't personally think he's good enough. The rotation he does is diabolical. He doesn't rotate, and that just leaves talent to rot on the bench. And that's why you're looking at other players who are wanting to go, such as why Boe Risa's up for going and why Tounkara is going, because they're not getting used. And you've got you got them there, like for instance, Tounkara's won trophies at Atletico Madrid, but she's only had 5 minutes of WSL in the whole season. It's disgraceful. Hey there, Dads. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Can I say rest in peace, Kevin? Disabled Manchester United. Yeah, rest in peace, Kevin. Rest in peace, Kevin. Thinking of the family. What's the philosophy at Man United women with Skinner? No philosophy, to be honest. Oh, Charlotte. Yeah, I'll go into it properly on Thursday when I do my transfer show. May's definitely gonna boo Russo. Hey there, Neil. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. I'll miss Honor more than Russo. Spot on. So will I, to be honest. So we'll go on to the next player now. Russo on a free to Arsenal. I think this is the thing. We knew that Russo's head was turned in January because I think after she scored that hat-trick against Leicester, I feel like it was like not long or just after Arsenal put a bid in, because they put a bid in 17th of January from what I read. I genuinely don't think she was the same player. If you're looking at Russo's record, she's a great player. I'm not gonna make this a slanging match with Alessia Russo. I'm not gonna do that because she has scored some crucial goals for us. But you need to look at it in this way: is Alessia Russo season 1 injured, Alessia Russo season 2 injured half of the season, season 3 scores 10 goals. I just feel like for me is when you want a striker, when you want to compete for the best team, to be the best team in Europe, the best team in the WSL, you want a prolific goal scorer. You want a goal scorer who can score a minimum of 10 goals a season. Can Russo do that at Arsenal? Potentially. But she didn't do it at us. Who knows why? Because I personally think we did have more than enough service. Honor had 15 assists in all competitions. Zelma had 8 assists just in the league, as did Toon, and both of them were pretty poor this season. So if you're looking at 3 players alone, I've got 30 assists. 3 players, 30 assists. Then you're going to average it out 10 assists per person. That should be more than 10 goals worth, personally, in my opinion. Especially when she's good in the air. I think she's missed a lot of sitters. We'll go on to Manchester United's statement about Russo. They didn't really say much either, to be honest. So, Manchester United can confirm Alessia Russo will leave the football club on completion of her contract at the end of June. The England international joined United in the summer of 2020 and made her competitive debut, a 5-2 in the WSL against Birmingham that season. Alessia scored her first goal in our 3-game win over Brighton and Hove Albion at Leeds Sport Village in October 2020. So when you look at that, it took you over a month to score. Alessia Russo went to make 59 appearances in all competitions as a Red, scoring 26 goals in a process. At time at Man United, I've accumulated a record-breaking 22-23 season for United Women, finishing second in the WSL, securing the Champions League spot as well as making the FA Cup final. Everyone at the club would thank Alessia for her service. I wish her luck for the future. I'm looking at that and think, why have they not mentioned the international duty? Because they mentioned that on the honours. You're going to look at, for instance, 26 goals in 26 over 59 as a percentage. So if you're doing at that, 26 out of 59 as a percentage, 44% of her games for Manchester United, she scored. Is that really a lot for me personally? No, not as a striker. Just under a goal every 2 games. You're looking at the WSL. The WSL table, we do 24 games a season. Well, no, 22 games a season, my bad. So she's in all competitions, so that's including the FA Cup, the League Cup. She's averaging out that she's played just over 2 seasons just of a league. I just feel like for me, she's been very injury prone. I think she's been good in parts, and I think the thing is, what made Russo massive was the fact that she scored that goal in the Euros, that back heel kick. It's a fantastic kick, don't get me wrong, but I think that's really what made it big. And if you got to look at according to the Athletics and the Times, she originally tended to stay. United had 18 months to offer a new contract, and an acceptable offer was made in May, which was too late. Frustrated with the way it all handled, she walked away. But you're looking at this, for instance, how is May too late? Just to ask, just because she was still technically in contract in May? And if you're a Manchester United fan and you originally intended to stay, what made you change your mind about staying? Because but I understand that she's had a lot, like, the thing is, it wasn't as though like she had bad offers, because she had a 6-year deal. She had the highest paid earner in the WSL, which she's getting now at Arsenal. So I'm not too sure what it was, what she wasn't wanting, what her brother wasn't wanting, if you want me to be fairly honest. You're looking at it in with Russo. I just genuinely think it was just probably an excuse. I don't think she wanted to stay since Arsenal made a bid in January. But because we got the Champions League, they couldn't make the excuse that we didn't have the Champions League. If you get me what I mean. No one is gonna jump on a club to hold a bench like Forrest Gump. Jamie, we get Qatar, we boot Skinner and get Wardy in. I'd love to get Wardy in. I think she signed another 2-year deal now at Villa, but I'd take her in a heartbeat. What are the positives at United? We've got Champions League. To be honest, right now, the women's team is very toxic. I'm not going to go into it on this stream, just because there is a lot more than what people think. But one thing that is people are saying is the players aren't being treated with respect by the coaching staff and the manager. And that's why a lot of people want to leave. And I think that really screams a lot of things out to me. Mary to leave next from Neil. Mary Earps has extended her contract by a further year. So we've read that she could still leave if someone was to get a deal out for her. But as it stands, we're not looking at selling her. Good luck getting starts over Mead and her girlfriend. Russo gonna be a sub for sure. I personally think so as well. I'm more afraid for the coming season with so many games and no squad depth. Skinner played his favourite Lionesses gals. That's the problem. And the problem is it's got to the point where it's very, how can you say? It's very predictable. Like, every single game I watch now, say it for Dad, who do you think's coming on? I would do like a little bet. Who's coming on first? Rachel Williams, Lucia Garcia, and Martha Thomas. What minute? And that's how it's got to the point, because there's no rotation. And when he does make subs, it's the same subs week in, week out. And you can't do that in the WSL, because eventually you're going to get caught out. Honor was the best fullback in the WSL. Russo not cleared to be the best 9 in the WSL. Spot on again, because you're looking at Rachel Daly, Sam Kerr, Mead Marsh, she was fit. She was scoring a lot of goals. So would Beth Mead. Beth England, despite her being in a very defensive team, she still got more goals than Russo in an entire season just from January. They're the kind of prolific goal scorers you want in a team. I'll be surprised Mary is playing better for Meady Matt Skinner United team. Would you take Collie at Man United? No, I want an actual serious manager. Russo not a goal scorer, overrated. You know what? That's exactly what people say about Weghorst. He's not a goal scorer. But I don't know. Would she be better off in another position? I don't have a clue. But she's certainly not a proper out-and-out striker for sure. What did Russo offer Arsenal? What attributes does she bring to them? Squad depth, I guess. Let's hope Jane will be another Maya one of our best young players. Let's give her time. She'll step up. She loves United. She saw the video. Oh, I saw that. That was absolutely brilliant. I do hope for Jane Riviera. She does do fantastic. For what I see, she looks great. She's great at going forward. She's very quick. She's very pacer. And she again, just as Honor when she first joined Manchester United, she was an unknown player. She signed the first pro contract, thankfully, at Manchester United. So, kind of hope that we do have that kind of project with her, and make her a fantastic fullback. Russo living on the Lioness's fame. Arsenal have too many couples. Russo didn't want to stay. She was trying to get the best deal from Arsenal. I personally think so, yeah. She genuinely didn't give a toss about Man United. Absolutely fake. Hope she copes with the training because ACL, injury FC. And Russo's very injury prone. If Arsenal forwards Russo on the bench, exactly, there is plenty of options at Arsenal, especially when they're all fully fit. I don't even think she'll get a look in the team. And if she's not going to get a look into the team, Serena Vageman isn't going to pick her for the Lionesses. Because you look at Beth England before she went to Tottenham, she wasn't getting picked in the squad, and she said it's because she's not getting the game time, which Emma Hayes was happy about because she said Beth England's fantastic, but it's, to be honest, you look at Beth England, she's one of the best strikers in WSL. It's just the same Tounkara competed with her. But if you're not being used and you're not getting played, you're not going to get into international duty. So that's something that she needs to worry about as well, because in 2 years' time, it's going to be the Euros coming up for the women. That's our game against Georgia suspended due to a waterlogged stadium. Shame, I was looking forward to 4 wins in a row. I wouldn't be so optimistic. There must be a positive at United. When the BBC and Sky talk about WSL teams, they focus on the Lionesses. To be honest, the focus on Arsenal, City, and Chelsea, because they call that the big three of the WSL. They don't really talk about other teams. Russo will be on the bench. Russo will be on the bench at Arsenal. The better players are there. Spot on. No, Sky only focus on Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City. Spot on. And that's why I think we've been underdogs this season. Maisy, Matt Skinner is not the man to take United to big trophies and titles when it comes to the crunch. We need skin next season. I don't care about Russo. Russo didn't care about me. All I care about Man United. Man United. Love that. We don't need Sky. Sky needs us. Exactly. Exactly. Women, they can't do well. Shocking. So let's go on to the other outgoings, because these ones are free contracts. These ones, if they were to go, is we're either going to be terminating the contract or they'll be sold for a price. So we'll first talk about the stronger link, which is Tounkara to PSG. So this was originally shared by Soccer Donna. Is, according to whatever, PSG want to sign Tounkara to replace Amanda. Tounkara in contract till 2024, 28 years old. You're looking at this and you just think it's very stupid. It's a very stupid move, but I not for Tounkara's point of view, but for our point of view, because it's like by the time Tounkara joined Manchester United, we signed Laetitia. We already signed Laetitia at that point, and it was kind of like, I think originally people was probably expecting Laetitia to be a bench warmer. Until we seen her in pre-season, I don't think a lot of people really thought much. And Mayuran probably thought her to be a prospect. So I think for me, originally Tounkara was gonna be the starting 11, if that was gonna be with Millie Turner, if that's gonna be with Mannion. And the thing is, Maya and Millie worked well together. The only problem was with Millie, she was prone to making mistakes. And I think because it got so far onto the season, people are saying Tounkara should be playing. And then I just thought, what's the point? She's just going to be extremely rusty. Tounkara hasn't even played anything whatsoever. If you're going to let's look at Tounkara's stats coming into the WSL this season at Manchester United. Let's do that first of all. So at Manchester United, she's had one match in the WSL, and that was 5 minutes long. In the Conti Cup, she had 4 games, 1 assist, and I'm sure that one was against Durham. Tounkara, who first of all was the international France captain, who has gone from Atletico Madrid, who is a very successful club, winning trophies, to come into Manchester United. She done her interview saying, "I love to tackle, I love this, I love that." She doesn't get a look in, which was extremely odd because I don't think she was nothing that she'd done wrong. I just think it was down to Mark Skinner. And I am going to say this is, if Tounkara was to leave Manchester United, I do solely blame that on Mark Skinner. I don't blame it on the board. It will be Matt Skinner's fault because you've got a good player there, a player who's in a prime, 28 years old, a player who got dropped out at some point during a Manchester United career, out with internationals because she wasn't getting used. I just think for me is she's not been used. She's got 5 games there altogether at Manchester United. 5 games is nothing in a season. And if she's only been used 5 games, she wants to be a regular in France. She wants to reclaim a captaincy back. That's understandable. She's not going to do that at Manchester United. So I can understand the leave. And if that's going to be the case, it's Mark Skinner for not using her because he doesn't rotate the team. I'm not a massive fan of always rotating the centre backs and the goalkeeper. I'm not for that. But we've had the entire FA Cup tournament. We had the group stage of the Conti Cup, and the majority of the time she wasn't used. We played the likes of Lewes, we played the likes of Sunderland, where she didn't even get a single minute in. And that's where I raise alarm bells at Mark Skinner because he was using the strongest lineup against them type of teams. It's mind baffling. Look at France. In the World Cup, 21-22 qualifiers, 9 games, 2 goals. Where so she was getting, and look at Atletico Madrid. Last season she played 15 games. So if we look at how many games there is in the women's league, there's 30. So she's averaging out a game every 2 games. She's averaging out 2 goals. But she did drop out the previous season, 8 games. That was due to injuries. But you're looking at the season before. 2 seasons before, she was very consistent at Atletico Madrid. Paris FC, she didn't play many games. So you're looking at that is she should be being used a whole lot more compared to what she has been. There. She's had 5 appearances for Man United. From Atletico Madrid, she's had 106 appearances. That, for me, is very, very little compared to what she was used to. You're looking at career stats in the WSL. She's had 1 game. 1 game. It's just... It's disgraceful. It is genuinely disgraceful. And I do blame Matt Skinner on that. Women's they can't do well. Shocking. Skinner doesn't have talent ID. It's clear. Don't know who's a bigger liar, Russo or Philip Schofield. Maisy, can you see England women the World Cup? Personally, me, no. just because we're missing out on too many players for me. We don't have a proper we don't have our secure centre back partnership. I think the left centre back to the left back role is very open, and I think that's where a lot of teams are going to exploit. Boe Risa should stay. I can't watch Toon and Zellum in the Champions League. My heart can't take it. Skinner doesn't know what quality he has and too loyal to certain players. If we sell Zellum, I'll celebrate. Even a charity shop wouldn't take Zellum. You know what, right? You guys, right? I know you guys are laughing here at Zellum. Zellum's actually not a bad bench option compared to compared to some other players. She's not a bad bench option. I'd sooner rather take Zellum, who loves the club, who appreciates the club, than have a snake like Russo, than have a snake back like Alex Greenwood. I know we're all mocking her. I know I've not been a biggest fan, but I'd always take loyalty over snakes. Who did well for you, Maze? Maya, Honor, Blundell, Galton. A few players played well, Sean. Hey there, Mohammed. Thanks for coming in. Hope you are well. Blazers must sell Man United. Kind of hoping soon. Maisy, what squad depth will United have to go into Champions League with Skinner? I think the maximum we can have is 28 players, so we need all 28. Squad depth next year. We actually did have near enough a full squad, which was the first time in history. So we did actually have squad depth this year, and we will be extending because I've actually seen some of the links we have. One of them not appetising, but some of the players who are linked to Manchester United, you will be very happy with. So I wouldn't be laughing at squad depth if I was you, Reese. Tounkara, another player, wasn't appreciated properly. Skinner fault, yeah. Tounkara last 2 seasons, Atletico meh. Too many injuries and lost the start spot. Yeah. But I just think that she could have had a lot more time than she did. Skinner is the death of Man United. It's clear and players jumping ship. Skinner lost the dressing room. Not sure. Are you okay, Maisy? I'm fine, thank you. Hope you are well. Boe Risa not played enough. Agreed. Boe Risa mugged off. We will be going into Boe Risa as well. The thing is, with Matt Skinner ticks the boxes for the club, so United won't sack him. I'd rather have Alicia Keys than Zellum. Do you know Di Maria is the biggest snake at Man United history? You know what? I agree that. Will United get squad depth? You should see the players we are linked with, rather. When you see them, people will be frightened. Zellum is no sake. Mate, even we said this, we love Zellum. We just, yeah, no. I think the thing is I'm not Zella's biggest fan, but I know she's loyal. United need quality over the thing is, rather, we need quantity because we need the depth. But the quality we're bringing in is frightening. We are bringing quality in. We've already got quality, and we are bringing quality. You might be linked to with the women's team, we are not just linked to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. The way, right, you look at men's team, the men's, everyone's linked to everyone. This is the same with Liverpool. That's the same with Arsenal. That's the same with whoever. But in the women's team, it is very different. If you are linked to a player, you are linked to them. It's not like the men's where everyone's linked with somebody. There's a clear reason why a player is linked. It's not like men's football. Would you give him a women of the match for what, Sean? We'll go now on to Boe Risa to Italy. So let's go on to Boe Risa to Man United bid for Mason Mount. Yeah, 50 million. Are you getting the... No, the thing is, you don't know who you're getting until they come. I'm just talking about links. It's just like, for instance, Liverpool's linked to whoever. Doesn't... Like, you could be linked to Russo. Does that mean you're getting Russo? No. I'm just talking about strong links. very, very strong links. Are we going to get them? Most likely. Because the players we link to, we get. We normally get in the women's football. So let's go on to Boe Risa. So here's the rumours. Exclusive. It gets worse for Man United fans. It's understood Mark Skinner and the fans are forcefully trying to move Boe Risa to a club in Italy that she wants to go to 50 for 100k. The reason for activating the option for her contract was, which we're very thrilled about, as she loves Manchester United and always a pleasure to play for, is not to rotate as you were told, but to sell. Very devastated for her. FYI, just to add on this, reliable source adds that the juncture the fans' favourite Boe Risa is staying at Man United, and Polly Bancroft is the player handling the club's shambolic player negotiations and should be not out of focus. So you look at that and say, disgraceful. Like, this girl is a Manchester United fan. She's loyal to the club. And then you look at it and say, oh, we're extending your contract because we're going to give you rotational games. I'd then lie to her. I'd say, actually, no, it's to sell you on. Absolutely disgraceful. Disgraceful by Manchester United. Disgraceful of a club. And I tell you something, right? Polly Bancroft better get out of this club because she is a disgrace. She put Brighton in the mud. Look at Brighton this season. Near enough relegated because of her. No transfer strategy. What did we sign her for? We actually done better recruitments before she came into this club. Do one out the club. The Glazers do one. I'm sick of all of them. Because the way you're treating a loyal player is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. And you know what? Right? If Boe Risa leaves, it's not to the point where if Boe Risa leaves, good on her. Because she does not deserve to be treated the way she is being treated. Disgraceful. Absolute disgraceful by this club. She isn't being played, which is down to Skinner, and I will blame Skinner for her leaving. Because Skinner clearly doesn't want her. It was obvious from day one that Matt Skinner didn't like her, didn't appreciate her, and then he benches her. And then plays her in certain games when players are suspended when it comes to a cup game. You know what? She's worth better than that. I call her our Bruno Fernandes because she is. She is absolutely magnificent. And if you can't see talent in front of her, if these bored Polly Bancroft does not see players who are good, they don't deserve to be here. I can't wait for Sheikh Jassim to get in this club, sack him right on the spot. I'm telling you, Sheikh Jassim better do that. Bloody disgraceful, man. I couldn't wait for that. I'm talking like that, man. Bury Timber heading to Arsenal, apparently so. Are you rather right? That's why they're called a link, because it's linked. The transfer window isn't even open yet, so how we can't get them until the transfer window opens. Our game is going through pitches. Okay, it feels strongly linked. Right, we was actually linked to all these players from last season. All the players we were linked to last season, we got, and they were the only links. And that's going to be the same again this season. I'll put a 90% chance on it. Can't lose Boe Risa. That women act with the shoes are given for jobs. She's looking like no brains eating out. She's useless. She's absolutely useless. Who the hell put her in charge? I hope a United player wins the World Cup, not the Lionesses girls, because that would be. You know what, right? Women's football has gone so toxic, and it's been since the Lionesses has won the league. Probably get out. United take over a waste of time for Qatar Sir Jim. If the Glazers stay, I'll be fuming. Hopefully, Skinner and the club get it right. Gonna be a big season with your comps in. I'd do a better job with half pay. What signings you linked to? As I said, Sean, I'm going into it on Thursday. Polly is only there because she's got a nice looking face. She hasn't got a nice looking face, Vincent. She looks like a bloody goblin. But she'll sell our players to the devil to make herself feel good. And she'll make a band while she's at it. Blazers out, Qatar in. Skinner doesn't like players that are technically superior to the Lioness Clowns. So, right. Lioness Clowns. Is Letitia a clown, Reese? Because I know you're talking about Lioness Clowns, so does that mean Letitia is a clown? Does that mean Mary Ertz is a clown? Just a question. She probably thinks Boe Risa doesn't fit the club, which is bad. Get the like, share, subscribe, absolutely, just as Ravi said. I'm not going to go into this one too much, but Keira Barry to miss out on a professional contract. So here is the rumours as per Catherine Battle. Manchester United are set of losing English starlet Keira Barry on a free transfer. Mark Skinner has expressed his desire to keep the young talent, but the club has yet to make a formal contract offer. 4 other WSL clubs are monitoring the situation. So I actually do think Mark Skinner does. I do personally think that Mark Skinner does like her because he actually did make her debut against Sheffield United. She did look like a good spark. I believe she does play as a striker, so she would be a great addition to us. She's very tall as well. The thing is if you're looking at other WSL clubs that are interested, you look at, for instance, we've already signed some pro contracts. We've got Sapphire Middleton Battelle has got a formal deal. You've got Jess Simpson, she's got a formal deal. So it's very interesting why she hasn't had a contract deal. And you're looking at the current Lionesses, the current youth players at Man United. The manager is a very good manager. She plays very good attacking football. Do I like her as a coach for Skinner? No. But she is great with the youth. She's great with the academy. She has a great eye. And I think this is the thing is, Manchester United motto is youth, courage, success. And you're looking at the youth of Manchester United women, they don't get used. I actually can't think of one who has actually succeeded from the academy getting into the first team, which is very disgraceful, personally. So, I think we do need, if we're not going to sign up to the maximum amount, we need to give the youth players the contracts. And on top of that, we do need so many youth players to come through as part of our Champions League quota. What is her name? We see in the picture, Polly Bamford. Polly Bamford looks like she's had tyres run over her face. Letitia no clown or Ertz, just his personal droppable. Goblin lol, love when Maisy goes in. What positives we can take from Russo and Honor leaving? We have to look at the bright side. There is one. It's not bad at all. I think for me, when people lose their best teams, they react by getting good players as well. And I think this is what Manchester United need to do. So we just have to see what we do with the transfers. Has been any argument? Not that I know of, Sean. Do you think we'll keep Hansen, Carey and Ivana? I don't think we'll keep Hansen. I've heard there's been disagreements with her and Skinner, so I don't think she'll stay. I think she's signing permanently at Villa. Carey, 50-50 at the moment. Maybe she might stay for the English quota, the youth quota for the Champions League. And Ivana, I think, again, that's 50-50 because she did move to Germany due to personal reasons, not due to lack of game time. The women's game is growing. Sad to hear about what's going on. Either camps and in training, the things we don't hear of. Hope they get the respect they deserve. I love Manchester United. It's saddening. Yeah, it is. With that, we will wrap it up. That's all the news at the moment for the women's. There has been a lot. So I just wanted to get it on in one stream. Thank you all for watching. Hit that like, share, subscribe. I will be on Flying Pig United tonight at 9 o'clock. So if you do want to go and show your support to Flying Pig United, you can check out Flying Pig United's channel and have a quick chat of the discussion, as we will be talking about transfer links of what is going on right now. So I'll put the link here in the chat. So if you are interested, of course, of watching Flying Pig United, go and check that out. Transfer window opens at the start of July, Sean. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I will be next slide now. On tomorrow, I'll be doing my player profile, and that will be for Amad Diallo. So that'll be very, very good at 10 o'clock. And then I got the transfer show on Thursday. Have a lovely evening, all. And I hope to see you all on Flying Pig United. Take care. Bye bye.